This is my audience, and he will now be recording. All right, hello, my name is Jose Hernandez, and this is my speech, Say No to Year-Round Schooling. So what is the problem here? The question at hand is, should the U.S. switch to year-round schooling? And my honest answer is, how about no? You see, switching to year-round schooling for grades 1 through 12 is not the best idea, and it should be kept the same moving forward. And hopefully by the end of this presentation, you will understand that keeping the same tradition is best for everybody, because long vacations are necessary for students. Teachers need the necessary time off as well, because it would be disastrous for scheduling, and the cost of expenses will just be tremendous. So, before I even start off, I have spent a lot of years in grades 1 through 12. I just finished not too long ago. I was in those shoes. And I realized that I needed that vacation at the end of the year because I was slumped. But I will start off with, vacations are necessary for students. In an article in the Los Angeles Times by Joe Matthews, he interviewed someone, and then one of the students said, "Summer is necessary because many families and friends forge their most enduring bonds and memories." So with this time, it can be spent for many things like family time, to plan for vacations, going out, just spending more time that they don't get during the school year. They could possibly work, build money and to be able to do future things. They could probably rest because they're slumped throughout the entire year, and they know that they need that extra time to rest. Or even sports. A lot of students at the end of the school year / summer, they like to play sports to relieve that stress. And they could get experience or opportunities like traveling or even internships for future schooling. So my next thing is, not only do the kids matter, but the teachers. And we can see that through disastrous schedules for teachers and administrators. Louise Wildman wrote in the education column, "There is virtually no downtime as one track leaves for a break, a new track comes in." This can be said for the teachers and administrators, because with year-round schooling, they will be busy the entire time. They will not have time for lesson planning, which allows them to see what they're going to do for the entire year. They will not be able to be mentally prepared. They won't have time to schedule meetings. And they will not have time for parent conferences to see where their child stands. And they will not have enough time to be grading. Now lastly, the cost of expenses will be tremendous. Charles Clark from the National Journal wrote that even by expanding it to year-round schooling, it would be an extra $1,300 per student per year. So you're probably wondering, where would this come from? Well, it would come from electricity needed for the entire school, energy sources like gas for school lunches, air conditioning to keep the entire school cool, water, sanitation for drinking fountains, and even restrooms, which a lot of people would need. And probably transportation, that means gas and paying for all the buses and extra people. And this is my works cited page where I got most of my information from. So my closing remarks are, the long vacations must survive, because even though it could be possible for the U.S. to catch up and pretty much be at the top of their game education-wise, the long vacations are necessary for everybody because people need the time off to relax and do whatever they need to do. And lastly, students need to be kids until they get to college or enter the workforce. And the same goes to teachers. They need to be able to relax as well. So, I want to close this off by saying thank you for listening to me, from the generation and myself.